Hi everyone. I wanted to just make a quick video to outline some thoughts around everyone's blog and their ePortfolio and how those are beginning to evolve now that we're a few weeks into class. So I'm going to give you just a kind of a quick graphic organizer around the ecosystem that you're all pretty much immersed in at this point in time. Everyone's created their blogger blog, and that's up there at the top. You each have your own unique URL or your own link. It ends most likely in blogspot.com. And then within that blog, when you get into the dashboard and you're in the kind of the back side, the private side of the blog, what you're doing is creating posts each week. So starting with week 2, you had a reflective post, maybe 2. Moving on to week 3, you've continued to reflect, so on and so forth. And each week over the course of the semester, you're going to continue to add posts that pertain to assignment number 1, the networked professional learning. But on the other side of that, you're also going to use the same blog to create what are called pages. And those pages become the important pieces that are in the ePortfolio. So your bio or your About Me page is going to be created on your blog. It's all the same blog. There aren't 2 separate blogs, one for Network Professional Learning and one for the ePortfolio system. There's one blog, and you make up posts and pages to help fulfill the different assignments. So it kind of starts to lay out a little bit like this. As we move forward, now we're going to bring in here in week 4 the major project. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that major project as well, and then help you put it together and fit it in with the blog that you've already started for your assignment number 1 and really assignment 2, the ePortfolio. So let's go through a little bit of guidance here. First, you're going to need to go into Springboard. If you go into the week 4 content in Springboard, you'll find under Share Your Thoughts, there's a Word document called UA EdTech Major Project Proposal Template. You're going to want to start this project by downloading that Word document and saving it to your desktop of whatever, your computer or your laptop. Once you've done that, you're going to open up the Word document and you'll see that there's some explicit directions in there. So read that project proposal template completely. You're going to use it to help plan, give me important information like your name, the title of the project, and your goals, so on and so forth. What you'll actually do is where I have underneath the bold headers, you can just go ahead and highlight that and then start typing right over that. So complete each of these sections on the template and then save it back to your computer. Once you've saved it, what you'll need to do is submit that major project proposal for review by the instructors, and to do that you'll upload it to a Dropbox that's on Springboard. You'll just click on the Dropbox link and you should see that your major project proposal is there. These proposals are due by the end of week 4, which is Wednesday, February 11th, 2015. So you've got a week from today to put that proposal together and get it uploaded into the Dropbox. After that, the instructors will then go in and review your templates, review your project proposals, provide feedback, and then suggest you either make modifications or give you the okay to begin that. And starting in week 5, then you'll start working on that major project. Remember, this is a self-selected project. You should have reviewed the options in this, the assignment sheet. If you have questions, you can always email an instructor. But you'll work on this major project then for each week, creating posts that you'll use to document the progress of your own self-selected project. It's important that you start to use labels on your blog now, and I'm going to talk again how that relates to the blog ecosystem in just a second. Your major projects will begin in week 5 and then will be due by Wednesday, April 8th at normal class time. So you'll have a number of weeks to be working on that major project. Going back to that blog ecosystem, though, that you've been working on, you can see starting in week 5, there's been some major project work that's going on. So each week, you'll continue to post your reflections and your thoughts around the course content. But then starting in week 5 and moving on through week 7, 8, 9, etc., you'll also have these major project posts that you'll create and put on your blog. So you'll see each week we're kind of building up the content that we have on this blog. So how does that look on the outside of your blog? Well, your posts go in chronological order on the main page of your blog, and you can see here I've got 3 different posts, the oldest one on the bottom, the newest one on the top. But I used labels when I created my posts using words like reflection or major project to designate what each of those different posts are about. It becomes helpful to have labels because then it's really easy to kind of sort and filter through all of the posts that you start to build up on your blog. You can even begin to edit the layout of your own blog back on the inside or the private side of your blog by adding gadgets and arranging those gadgets in the layout so that your labels become visible on the front page of your blog as well as your pages. So you'll see when you click on that little layout link on the left hand side of your blog, you should get something that looks kind of like this here. There's headers and nav bar, and then you'll find a place that says add a gadget. When you click on there, a little pop-up menu will appear, and what you can do is then find the pages gadget or the labels gadget, and you can simply drag and drop them around different areas of your blog once you've added those gadgets. So you might want to go into your blog as you start posting these different major project posts and your reflective posts and make your labels visible so it's easier for other people to sort and filter through your blog posts. Once you've kind of added those gadgets, here's what the blog starts to look like. You can see in the upper left-hand corner, the pages are now visible. So you can see that I have a home page, an About Jeremy page, a teaching philosophy page, and those are links that people can go to and click on. The posts, of course, still show up, and you can see that the labels are available on each of those posts. But if you look on the right-hand column of the blog, now I have labels clearly added to that right-hand navigation area, and I've selected to put mine up there so that the most often used labels show up a little bit larger than less used labels. So it's kind of like this word cloud effect that you can begin to build. So that in a nutshell is kind of the use of labels and the difference between posts and pages and how the major project begins to fit in with the other assignments that we've already started and have underway for the class. Again, if you have questions, reach out to an instructor during an open lab period. They can help you with a hands-on session to get this set up on your particular blog. They're available as well by email to give you some tips, and there will always be resources and Springboard for you to try it on your own. Thanks, everyone.